There is a truth so simple, so direct, that the mind itself struggles to grasp it. A truth that stands before all concepts, all experiences, and all forms. It is not hidden nor far away. It has been here, always, closer than breath, closer than thought. But the tragedy of human life is that we rarely look in the right direction. From the very moment we are born, a narrative begins to form. I am this body, I am this person, I am this story. A name is given, a gender is assigned, a nationality, a culture, a religion. Layer upon layer of identity is built. And each time we believe a thought, the illusion thickens. But are you truly this body? Are you this bundle of memories, these fleeting thoughts, this collection of sensations? Or is there something watching all of this? Nisargadatta Maharaj, the silent sage of Bombay, spoke with a rare, almost brutal clarity. He did not invite you to improve the mind. He did not offer techniques to polish the ego. His words were a sword, sharp enough to cut through centuries of ignorance. He would say, "You are not the body, you are not the mind." Not as a poetic idea, not as philosophy, but as a literal fact. The body was born. The body will die. The mind appears when you wake and disappears when you sleep. They are visitors, they come and they go. But what about you? The one aware of the coming and going, the one witnessing every thought, every sensation, every breath. Pause for a moment. Look carefully. Have you ever truly found yourself as an object, a form, a thought? Every time you try to locate yourself, you end up with an experience. But who is experiencing that experience? The teaching of Nisargadatta is not an invitation to believe. It is an invitation to look, deeply, directly, ruthlessly. You are not the thoughts, because thoughts come and go. You are not the emotions, because they arise and fade. You are not the sensations in the body, because they are constantly changing. Then, what are you? Silence. The mind cannot answer. The words collapse. Only the witnessing remains. Pause and consider this. Throughout your life, everything has changed. Your body has grown, aged, hurt, healed. Your thoughts have shifted countless times. Beliefs you once held sacred are now distant memories. Emotions have surged like storms and vanished into clear skies. But hasn't there been something constant? A silent witness, untouched by these waves of change. Look now, close your eyes if you wish. Notice the sensations in your body. They appear to you. Hear the sounds around you. They are perceived by you. Thoughts arise like clouds in the sky. But you are the sky, not the clouds. Nisargadatta would point with fierce clarity. Anything you can observe cannot be you. Can you observe the body? Yes. Can you observe the mind, the thoughts, the images, the memories? Yes. Then you cannot be those things. There is something profoundly simple here, yet terrifying to the ego. Because the ego thrives on identity, on being someone, being something. But the truth is, you are prior to the body, you are prior to the mind, prior even to the idea of being a person. This realization isn't mystical, it's not spiritual in the way the world uses that word. It is brutally obvious when seen. Obvious like realizing the screen on which a movie plays is never affected by the story. Your body can suffer pain, your mind can experience confusion, fear, sadness, joy. But none of these ever touch the witnessing presence that you are. You've never been harmed, not truly. You've never been born, Not truly. You've never died. Not truly. These are movements on the screen of consciousness, appearances, waves rising and falling on the surface of the ocean, but the ocean itself remains deep, vast, unmoving. This is the peace beyond understanding, the freedom that cannot be earned because it was never lost. It was simply forgotten, covered by the noise of identification. Right now, notice that you are aware. You don't need to do anything to be aware. Awareness is already present. Now ask, who is aware of this awareness? No answer, no form, only presence, only being. You are not the body, you are not the mind. You are that which knows both, yet is neither. Why, if this truth is so simple, do we suffer? Because from the very beginning, we are taught to believe in the body. We are taught to believe that the mind is who we are. From childhood, we learn, I am this name, I am this face, I am this story. We carry this heavy illusion like a burden, forgetting that the story is merely an appearance in consciousness. The body becomes me. The mind becomes me. The sensations, the feelings, the memories, all mistaken as myself. But Nisargadatta's voice cuts through centuries of confusion. You are not the body. You are not the mind. This is not just a philosophical statement. It is a ruthless pointer to reality. Look closely. Is the body permanent? It changes every moment. Cells die, skin ages, limbs weaken. Yet the sense of I am remains, unchanging. Is the mind permanent? Thoughts come and go like passing clouds. Yet the awareness of those thoughts never flickers. So why do we cling? Why do we suffer? Because the ego, this phantom identity, believes in its own reality. It resists what is. It fears dissolution, fears change, fears death. But what is the ego really? A bundle of memories, of thoughts, of identifications, nothing more. When Nisargadatta speaks of the self, he is not referring to the personal self. He points to the impersonal, boundless awareness that is prior to all forms. It has no name, it has no shape, it has no beginning, and no end. And here lies the greatest paradox. The very thing we are searching for is the one who searches. The seeker and the sought are one. The moment you stop, truly stop, and let go of all effort to be someone, you will recognize what has always been present. Silently watching, silently being. It doesn't matter what happens to the body. It doesn't matter what thoughts arise. It doesn't matter what emotions flood the system. All of it comes and goes. But you, the real you, remain untouched, unborn, undying, infinite. Stop, just for a moment, and notice. Everything that comes also goes. The breath rises and falls. A thought appears and dissolves. A feeling emerges, then fades into silence. A sensation arises in the body, only to vanish moments later. But what about you? Not the idea of you, not the story of who you think you are, but the one who witnesses all of this. Are you coming and going? Are you appearing and disappearing like the thoughts? Or are you the space in which all appearances arise and fall like waves in the ocean. This is the essence of Nisargadatta's teaching. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are that which remains when all else passes, that which never began and can never end. When the identification with the body drops, when the identification with the mind dissolves, a profound silence remains. A stillness that is not the absence of sound, but the presence of something utterly real, utterly alive, utterly free. This stillness is you. The world may change, the body will age, the mind will fluctuate between clarity and confusion, but the witness, the pure awareness behind it all, remains the same. It was here before the body was born. It will be here after the body is gone. The fear of death dissolves, because how can that which was never born ever die? The fear of suffering dissolves, because suffering only exists for the imagined self, the ego, not for the boundless awareness, and in this realization, a great peace dawns. A peace not dependent on circumstances, a peace not created, and therefore cannot be destroyed. This is not a concept to be believed. It is a truth to be directly seen, experienced, embodied. Nisargadatta did not invite you to worship his words. He invited you to look deeply into the nature of your own existence. To inquire, am I the body? Am I these thoughts? Who am I before any thought arises? If you follow this inquiry to the end, you will find there is no separate self. There is only presence, only being, only the silent, endless now. And that cannot be threatened, cannot be broken, cannot be lost. It is who you truly are, forever free, forever whole, forever untouchable by the play of form